My business partner stole $47,000 and thought I'd never find out. 3 years later, he's begging me for a reference while I'm signing the papers to buy his old company. I started a digital marketing agency with Daniel back in 2019. We'd been friends since college, both dropped out of our MBA programs the same semester. His apartment in Seattle had this view of the Space Needle that he'd always brag about, like it somehow made him more legitimate. We ran the business from his living room at first, just 2 laptops and way too much Red Bull. Daniel handled sales. I handled everything else. The actual work, client management, finances. Should have been my first red flag when he insisted on having equal access to all accounts for transparency. His girlfriend Jenna would drop by sometimes, always asking when we'd be making real money, like her friends' boyfriends. Daniel would get this desperate look whenever she said that. By year 2, we were doing well, like really well. Had 12 steady clients, 2 contractors, monthly revenue hitting $35K. I was putting in 70-hour weeks while Daniel was networking at happy hours, but whatever. He brought in clients, I delivered results. That was our deal. Then November 2021 happened. I got COVID bad, hospital for 8 days, couldn't work for 3 weeks total. Daniel visited once, brought grocery store flowers and stayed 5 minutes. Said he had everything handled, don't worry about the business. When I finally logged back into our accounts, something felt off. 3 clients had suddenly canceled. Our business savings had dropped from $52,000 to $5,000. Daniel said we'd had unexpected expenses, software renewals, contractor payments, refunds for the canceled clients, even showed me invoices. I was still foggy from being sick, just wanted to rebuild. Found out the truth by accident 6 months later. Was grabbing coffee with our old contractor, Derek. He mentioned how weird it was that Daniel had paid him directly in cash back in November, not through our usual system. Then asked if we ever got that enterprise client Daniel had been pitching, the one he'd bought the Rolex to impress. That night, I did some digging. Real digging. The software renewal invoices Daniel showed me, Photoshop, the contractor payments, never happened. The client refunds, those clients never actually canceled. Daniel had deleted their contracts from our system and kept serving them through a new LLC he'd created. He'd stolen $47,000 while I was fighting to breathe. I didn't confront him. Instead, I got methodical. Documented everything. Bank records, forged invoices, his new LLC registration, even found his Rolex purchase receipt dated 3 days after I went into the hospital. Saved it all to multiple clouds, printed copies, the works. Then I played dumb for 3 months. Kept working, kept building. But I also started reaching out to all our clients privately, explaining I was launching my own boutique firm. Every single one agreed to come with me when I was ready. I incorporated my new business, got my own office space, everything lined up perfectly. The day I quit, Daniel actually laughed, said I'd never make it without his sales skills. I smiled and handed him a folder. Inside, his forged invoices, bank records, everything. Told him he could keep the dying business and the 5K eyes. He went white, started stammering about misunderstandings, promised to pay me back, even offered me 75% ownership. I just walked out. My new company took off immediately. All those clients Daniel thought he was so smooth for bringing in, turns out they stayed for my work, not his networking. Within a year, I was pulling in $100K monthly revenue. Daniel's agency folded in 4 months. That brings us to last week. 3 years after he watched me struggle to breathe while he stole everything we'd built, I get a LinkedIn message. Daniel, he's applying for a sales director position and needs a reference. Says he's been unemployed for 2 years. Jenna left him, lost his apartment. The Rolex got pawned ages ago. He actually wrote, I know we've had our differences, but I'm desperate. But here's the beautiful part. The company he's applying to, they're in acquisition talks with me. I'm literally 2 days away from buying them. His would-be boss already asked my opinion about Daniel since we were old partners. I told him the truth, showed him the documentation I still had saved. Yesterday, while Daniel was probably refreshing his email waiting for good news about that job, I was in a lawyer's office signing papers to acquire the company for $2.8 million. The same lawyer who helped me document Daniel's theft 3 years ago. He actually smiled when he handed me the pen. Daniel messaged me again this morning. Hey man, just following up on that reference, I really need this. I replied with just one word, no. Then I blocked him and went to sign the contracts for my newest acquisition. The CEO mentioned they'd rejected a recent candidate for dishonesty concerns. Some guy named Daniel, he said. Apparently he stole from his last business partner. Can you believe that? I could actually. I absolutely could.